When you're trying to build up your net worth, you've probably heard the same old advice before. Save your pennies, kid, and maybe by the time you're 80, you'll have enough to buy a fancy walking cane. But let's be real. You want to build some serious cash, and you want to do it before you're too old to enjoy it. That's where the magic of the $100,000 milestone comes in. It might seem like a pipe dream now, but trust me, once you hit that sweet six-figure mark, your money really starts to hit blast off. We're talking compound interest on steroids, passive income that'll make your day job look like a lemonade stand, and a financial safety net that could catch an elephant. Now we're going to go through the ways net worth explodes after 100K and how you can avoid the pitfalls on your way there. You've probably heard the gurus claim money makes money, but as cliche as it sounds, it's a pretty fundamental truth in wealth building. The more cash you have to throw around, the faster your wealth grows. It's all about the power of scale. Imagine this. You've got a cool $1,000 invested, and it shoots up by a sweet 10% in a year. But let's be real. That's just an extra $100 in your pocket. Now, picture having $100,000 invested. That same 10% growth suddenly adds $10,000 to your bank account without you even having to get out of bed. See where we're going with this? That's why hitting your first $100,000 is kind of a big deal. It's like pushing a boulder up a hill. It's a real pain to get it rolling, but once you reach the top, it starts barreling down the other side on its own. After $100,000, your money has a life of its own and your wealth can skyrocket. Albert Einstein called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. I mean, if it's good enough for him, it's gotta be legit, right? So here's the deal. When you invest your money, it starts making more money. But the real magic happens when your money starts making its own money. It's like your cash is having little cash babies. And these babies are having babies of their own. Let's break it down. Say you drop $1,000 into an investment and it grows by 10% in the first year. Bam, you've got $1,100. The next year, that 10% growth applies to the entire $1,100, not just your initial $1,000. So you end up with $1,210. And the year after that, you're earning 10% on the full $1,210. Now imagine starting with $100,000 instead of a measly $1,000. With that same sweet 10% growth rate, you'd have $110,000 after just 1 year, $121,000 after 2 years, and $133,100 after 3 years. But wait, there's more. Once you smash through that $100,000 barrier, compound interest really starts flexing. It might have been a grind to go from 0 to 100,000, but now you can leap from 100,000 to 200,000 in way less time, and from 200,000 to 300,000 even faster. Smashing through the $100,000 ceiling is a total game changer for another reason. It's often when your investments start generating some serious cash that can give your day job a run for its money. Think about it. You're grinding away at your 9-to-5, pulling in $50,000 a year. Meanwhile, you've managed to squirrel away $10,000 in investments. If those investments score a solid 10% return, you're looking at an extra $1,000 per year. Not exactly quit your job and move to the Bahamas money, is it? But wait a second. When your investments hit $100,000, things get a little crazy. With that same 10% return, you're now pocketing $10,000 per year just from your investments. Thinking of the Bahamas yet? And get this, it keeps rolling in whether you're stuck in a cubicle or sipping margaritas on a beach. And here's the kicker. As your wealth keeps ballooning past 100K, so does your passive income. Your salary might be stuck in neutral, but your investments are out there hustling for you 24/7. Given enough time, your investment income could even make your paycheck look like pocket change. This mind-bending shift from relying on active income, trading your precious time for money, to raking in passive income, letting your money work overtime for you, is a major turning point on the road to financial freedom. And for a lot of savvy investors, it all starts when they crack that magical $100,000 milestone. So if you're ready to break free from the shackles of trading time for money, aim high and build your wealth to $100,000 first and foremost. Imagine this, you're living the good life with a net worth of $100,000. Suddenly, life decides to throw a wrench in your plans. You get the boot from your job, your car decides to quit on you, or your roof starts leaking. But with $100,000 in the bank, you've got a secret weapon called a margin of safety. It's like a financial force field that shields you from life's sucker punches. Instead of frantically accepting any soul-crushing job just to keep the lights on, you can take a deep breath and hold out for a gig that you actually enjoy. And if your car goes belly up, no worries. You've got the cash to upgrade to a new ride without breaking a sweat. But the perks of having a hefty stash of cash go way beyond just weathering storms. It's like having a financial Swiss Army knife. It opens up a world of possibilities. Suddenly, you can afford to take calculated risks that could seriously increase. Maybe you spot a promising investment opportunity or a chance to start your own biz. With $100,000 in your corner, you've got the ammo to make some bold moves without losing sleep. All right, let's talk about some big money blunders you want to avoid if you're serious about hitting that 100K milestone and beyond. When you're just starting out on your wealth building journey, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking, what's a few bucks here and there? But let me tell you, every single dollar counts when you're trying to build that critical mass of 100K. It's like trying to fill a swimming pool with a teaspoon. You've got to be laser focused on making every drop count. That's why it's so crucial to embrace frugality and avoid lifestyle creep like it's your worst enemy. Believe me, your future self will thank you when you're lounging on your pile of cash. If there's one thing that separates the wealth-building winners from the wannabes, it's this. The winners start investing as early and as often as humanly possible. They know that every day they delay is another day they miss out on the magic of compound interest. Think about it. If you start investing just $100 a month at age 25, by the time you're 65, you could be sitting on over $600,000, assuming a healthy 10% annual return. But if you wait until you're 35 to start, that number shrinks to around $200,000. That's a massive difference, and it's all thanks to the mind-blowing power of time and compounding. Here's a surefire way to slam the brakes on your wealth-building journey, letting your hard-earned cash snooze in low or no-interest accounts. It's like leaving your money on the couch, binge-watching Netflix, instead of sending it out into the world to make more babies. If your money is gathering dust in a savings account, earning a pathetic 0.01% interest, it's not just lazy, it's practically in a coma. And over time, that laziness can cost you dearly. Instead, put your money to work in high-yield savings accounts, CDs, or investment accounts, where it can really strut its compounding stuff. Once you've conquered that $100,000 milestone, it's time to start thinking about taking some calculated risks to really ramp up your returns. A lot of folks make the mistake of playing it too safe, keeping their money in low-risk, low-return investments because they're afraid of losing what they've built. But here's the thing. When you've got a serious stash of cash, you can afford to take some smart risks. Maybe that means diversifying into some high-growth stocks or real estate investments. The key is to do your homework, understand the risks, and not bet the farm on any one play. With a little savvy and a solid risk management plan, you can really put your wealth building into overdrive. If you want to build serious wealth, you can't just wing it. You need a battle plan. That means setting clear, specific financial goals and crafting a detailed plan to reach them. It's like trying to navigate without a map. You might eventually get where you're going, but you'll waste a lot of time and gas money along the way. Take the time to sit down and really think about what you want your financial future to look like. Do you want to retire early? Buy a swanky penthouse? Send your kids to college without drowning in debt? Whatever your dreams are, put them on paper, and then work backwards to create a step-by-step plan for making them happen. Trust me, having a clear set of goals and a solid plan is like having a financial GPS. It keeps you headed in the right direction, even when life tries to throw you off course. So don't make the mistake of flying blind. Get your financial navigational tools in order and turn that 100K into your hustle success story. All right, folks, there you have it, the inside scoop on why smashing through that $100,000 barrier is the key to unlocking a whole new world of wealth-building potential. From the turbocharged power of compound interest to the sweet, sweet freedom of passive income, hitting six figures is just the beginning of your financial journey. The easiest way to do it? Have your goals in mind, invest early, save where you can, and don't be afraid of calculated risks once you hit six figures. Ready for more financial tips? Check out our next video here.